Question number 1.
Oh, no.
Hello, my name is Cara-Hope Lorraine, and I'm the director for Clothed Identity.
Hi, my name is Joseph, and I was the DP for Clothed Identity.
Hi, my name is Lindy Sage, and I play the character of Lila in Clothed Identity.
If it makes sense and emotionally moves me, then it's done its job.
And that was one of the toughest scenes to shoot because it was really dramatic and intense, and I was not expecting most of the things that they were gonna do.
This film covers very sensitive subjects, and I wanted to be very truthful and very respectful with the way that I was portraying these scenarios.
Just watch it and learn something from it.
First question. Favorite scene to film?
You go first.
Okay.
You wanna go or you want me to go?
Well,
I'll
because
go?
you go, because
Okay.
you found me.
Yeah, okay, so I was literally just scrolling through TikTok one day, and I was just saying a bunch of other stuff, and I ran into her TikTok, Kara's TikTok, for some reason. I have no idea how it ended up on my feed, but it did. So I was like, okay, this is a cool person into filmmaking. So I was like, okay, I think I watched your first film, like one of your like first clips.
Art of Being
of that.
Alone?
Yeah, I think I saw one of that on her TikTok. I was like, okay, so she's a filmmaker. So I followed her on Instagram, DM'd her, and I was like, hey, let's grab coffee and see what we can do from there. And so we grabbed coffee, and then we kind of just got to know each other a little bit more. And then she showed me her script for the first time, because we talked about how we loved film and all that kind of stuff. And then she showed me her script, and I was like, whoa, like this script is like intense, but it's really good. So I was like, okay, it actually has. So to be honest, for me, I only do projects that have, like, I like to do projects or spend time on projects that actually have meaning behind it. And it's not like, oh, I'm just wasting my time doing a film. Like, I actually wanted this film to look good, and I want like the audience to feel something from it and learn something from it too. And so just reading their script for the first time and just getting to know Cara as a person, and then just seeing the whole cast that we met up after all those meetings, it was just really cool to see how it all came together. But that's kind of my take on it.
Yeah, I mean, and you kind of slid into my DMs on Instagram.
Slid into her DMs. I kind of had to, bro. How can you not? Like, look at her.
Thank you. I definitely stalk his page. Because
I saw her too. Like, who doesn't?
anytime there's like something like, I'm a filmmaker, I'm like, we'll see about that. You know what I mean? You just don't
She's
know.
a director, or she's an actor. We'll see. But
So I looked at his stuff and I was like, wow, this guy is very gifted. And I was so nervous meeting you because I was like,
same here.
this is like a way above anything that I've ever done. And his stuff
Yeah.
was so great. He had a red camera, and I love the red dragon camera.
They're all right.
No,
Just kidding. Shout out to Red. Sponsor
the
me, please.
best. That's what this film was shot on. And so yeah, we met for coffee at a new coffee shop. We both never been to this spot.
Dinosaur?
Jurassic Magic.
I always thought
But that's it's like a
I always thought it was
dinosaur.
dinosaur. Okay.
And we sat outside and we were just really talking about filmmaking, but also just who we are as people.
Yeah.
It was very just like laid back,
Yeah.
and it had no intention coming into it. It was just like,
I wasn't gonna meet a coffee with her to get into a film or do a film with her. I was just trying to get to know her as a person. Then she started talking about this film, and I was like, yeah, read it for me. So she read like what, a couple sentences of the
Yeah,
script?
I pulled it out of my bag and I was like, well, I just wrote this literally like yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I literally met with Lindy like the next day.
Oh,
But
that's crazy.
It was crazy. All of them were lined up. I was like meeting with you, and I was meeting with Lindy, and it just was
It was just meant to be.
wild. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I pulled it out, and he was like, he does this thing where he stands up, and so he was like standing up. He was like, oh my gosh,
I?
yes, yeah. You were like this. We gotta.
remember this.
I see it, and I was like, oh, wait, it's good. And so he really just believed in me and believed in it.
Yeah, I just believed in the whole thing.
And then we were like, all right, let's do this. And
Yeah.
then it turned into something way bigger than what I think anything we could have thought or believed.
For sure. I mean, it was just awesome to see how it all happened. Just crazy. The power of social media, what power of social media can do. So, I think it's communication,
Yeah.
right? We talked a lot too about like what kind of shots or like vibe references that really inspired you for the film. I think that kind of like inspired me and kind of like showed me, okay, this is what you want the audience to feel after watching this, or this scene. And so again, shot deck. I think we use shot deck a lot, trying to see like, okay, I really love how this was colored. I like the vibe, the warmth of it, or however you want to explain it. And I think that really helped us out, especially for like those intense scenes. You wanted specifically some shots that I wasn't sure how I'm gonna do it or how we're gonna light it and stuff like that. But we still figured it out. I think the bathroom scene, we like Velcroed a light tube up there too, and all that kind of stuff. And then the bathtub, the shower scene, we also did like, we literally Velcroed one of those tube lights up there too.
I forgot about that.
Then the
and
car
we risked the
mount.
red. We risked the red during that
we
scene
put
with
that,
water.
Yeah, that.
We were on like a major time crunch with that because it started being like camera shutting down.
Yeah. And it was just really humid inside the bathroom too. So I was like, frick, okay. I had to figure something out about that. But we just shot it and it just worked out. And then the car mount. We had to put we had to put the red on the outside of the car to get a car shot. And I've never risked my camera that much in my life before. So it's like my little baby. But it was totally
I was like, you got to figure this out because this is the shot.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. And that's the cool thing about Joseph. It's like you tell him and it's like, this may sound impossible, but he'll find a way.
It's possible. Nothing's impossible.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I do things too. Just like Christopher Nolan.
There you go.
Everything practical. No green screens.
I think for me too, it's like openness.
Yeah.
It's just being open with that person and like being a team. And like we're both trying to get the same idea, the same goal. And so it's part of collaboration, but it's also like knowing who you are as a person and knowing like how to communicate with him. It's not communication comes best when it's you also kind of know that person and know how are they gonna receive this the best. So you develop your own like lingo to like work smoothly on set. We were kind of figuring out the first day of set. I think that's always happens. You know, I'm a new director. I'm literally like
my
prepping
first time
myself.
working with a new director. I think it was just being honest with each other too.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, Cara tell me I didn't like that shot, let's do it again. Or can we try something different or that kind of stuff. I think that was something important. And I don't take offense from it either. It's just, okay, Cara has a vision and I'm trying to make that vision come to life. That's my job as a DP is to make the director's vision come to life and that writer's. So it was cool to see how we worked together with that situation of just how much the time that we had and the budget that we had, and we just made it work and made it look like a freaking film. So it's kind of crazy how it all happened. But I think we always end up talking about the bathroom scene because I think that was
I have
intense.
one.
You have one? Oh no.
Ours was definitely the car scene.
The car scene with the car mount?
Yeah, because we ran into somebody that before we even started filming.
Yeah.
That I'm not going to fully go into it, but this random person tried to rip off the camera from the car before we even started filming.
Right. Grabbed the camera, wouldn't let it go.
And so the cops were involved. We're in Beverly Hills.
It's a lot.
It was a lot. And I'm like, we haven't even recorded the first scene.
We haven't even record yet. Or the first scene.
So I think that was like, for me, it was just like scary because the red is the baby.
Yeah.
And you had to protect the red.
Yeah. We're like, get your hands off of it. And he did, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we still got it. Still got a sick shot of it.
We did.
So I think it was just meant to be.
So smooth.
Oh yeah.
I think it was just too. I was like in the back, huddled behind the car.
That is
I'm
true,
like with
you
the
were.
director's monitor, happy.
Yeah.
Joseph is worried about it literally falling off, and I'm just like,
We just keep an eye on
this
it
is
the
so
whole
cool.
time.
I feel like I'm
just looking at the
a
camera
part
the
of
whole
it.
And my hand's right underneath the camera, making sure it doesn't fall.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, that's guerrilla filmmaking for you.
What about you? What do you think was?
I think I always go back to the bathroom scene.
Yeah.
The bathroom scene was tough just because how intense the whole scene was. And not just how intense it was, but then just worrying about the camera, the heat and everything. And then the tubes, I wasn't sure if that light's gonna turn off because it was all battery powered. And so it was just a lot of like, I seem to overthink a lot of situations, but I think after we did one take of the whole film, it just kind of like got that weight off of my shoulder and I was like, okay, I think this thing's actually gonna work. And the light was good, acting was good. We're getting to the point where we're like in the flow of things. So I think it was hard, but then also it was the most smoothest scene to film out of the whole like production.
I mean, also I made him throw in like he was like, let's do a whip pan. And so I think when you have really cool ideas like randomly on the spot, sometimes they take a while to get, but stick it out and get it because it does.
Because at first she didn't believe me. I did all these movements. She's like, okay, I
was like, this is
that's
not
gonna
working.
work. Yeah. But I did it and we did it in post and it came out like perfect.
It's my favorite.
So I was actually surprised too because I wasn't sure how good it's gonna come out, but it came out amazing. So yeah. I think it was pretty good. I think the communication was.
I think it was just like team meetings, right? We just
Yeah.
kind of were like, all right, this is what we're doing, and this is our goal,
Yeah.
and
We all had a game plan. We all had a
fun.
mission.
We just wanted to like have so much fun.
Yeah.
But it was also like, this is what we got to get done,
Yeah.
and we're here for you.
Right.
Let us know if you need anything.
I think that's the most important thing too, is an environment when you're on set. 'Cause
Safety.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a
Safety.
big one
There
too.
was like so many different things emotionally, but also just
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah.
I mean, we were shoved in an apartment with so much equipment.
Yeah.
Like if you saw
And
what was
everybody there.
behind the actual
Yeah,
camera,
It's crazy.
where's people like shoved on the floor
Yeah.
on carts,
Some
like
people sleep on the bed.
There are definitely a lot of photos of people sleeping.
Oh yeah. We'll show some photos of that right now. This is Tree sleeping. This is me sleeping. We have a lot, but no, yeah. I think it was really cool. I think the first day was just getting to know everybody, getting to know who that person is, how they work, what's the lingo that they use, that kind of stuff. But then after a couple of days, we all got used to each other. We all had a good time. Yeah, I think it was just good environment is always important. Because without it, you're just not going to enjoy working or filming this project. So I think that's why it was important that when Cara and I met, that we first got to know each other as a person,
Yeah.
not go straight into the working or like hearing what they're like trying to work on and stuff like that and get involved in work, but also just really getting to know that person of who she is and who I am and getting to know that person. I think that was the most important thing, because I feel like that's what's really important in the film industry, is just building relationships.
Right.
It's not just, okay, hey, I'm a DP, let's work together, let's do it. It's more of like, hey, let's grab a coffee, I want to get to know you, pick your brain a little bit, and stuff like that. So I think that's really important, because honestly, the film industry is a community.
Yeah.
It's a group of people that are just trying to go for the same goal.
And be
trying to
there
work
for
together.
one another.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the number one thing too. It's also like, if there is a scene that's really difficult for people on set, it's to also give some space to talk about it.
Yeah,
Like, these are not
Yeah.
easy topics. Like,
that's true.
you know, I think sometimes you can forget that the crew is experiencing this too.
Yeah, they're all in it together.
Yeah, they're watching it real time.
Yeah.
If somebody is yelling or crying, like, they're feeling that.
Yeah, like take a step outside if you need to take a break or a breather.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, especially in intense.
Be there
Film.
for each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what it is.
100%.
Be there. Be best buds.
Yeah. All right, next. What is there?
I want to
What
just
was it?
I want to cover all genres. Like, I do. I just want to
She
never.
Cara has something planned for like every single genre there is. I don't know if it's gonna become a TV show or a series, but it's a lot, and I'm not ready for it.
That's
but
what I'm working on, and Joseph's
that's what
gonna
she's
have
working.
to shoot it.
I'm gonna,
That's
we'll
unfortunately.
see what happens.
Unfortunately,
But
he's gonna want to.
Maybe
'cause
I'm
it's
not in
gonna
the country
challenge
when it
him.
happens. Yeah, that's true. It is a good challenge, but it works out. But no, yeah, I think we got a lot of projects coming soon. You're still writing it, right? You're still like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of pre-production still happening.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just really enjoying not rushing it, because if I learned anything with this film, which I wasn't even trying,
Yeah,
I wasn't even trying to do it. It just
So I think
happened.
post-production took a couple months, but there was a reason why it took a couple months. It
Yeah.
wasn't just because, oh, I have a deadline, I have to submit 2 short films, blah, 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 and you get it done. It was just more like, you really want to make this look good and sound and make
Yeah.
it all make sense. And I think you guys taking the time to edit it and actually like caring for like what the story is trying to tell and the shots.
Like, were you surprised when we edited?
Oh yeah,
Because
I saw it for the
we were
first time.
first-time
one
editors
time.
on Premiere.
Yeah.
I've never used
Yeah.
Premiere, but I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to use Premiere
And then
because
she did,
Final
and
Cut
it
Pro
worked
doesn't
out.
work.
Final Cut Pro sucks.
You
Don't
can't do a film on it.
Seriously, but no, yeah, I was impressed for watching it for the first time. They did something with like a lot of like ambience and sound effects and dialogue in one scene towards the end of the film, which you guys were probably gonna have to see. But that scene was like, I was shocked how good it was. It gave me goosebumps when I first watched it. I was like, dang, like I wasn't expecting that out of the whole film, because it wasn't in the script. I don't think it was in the script. It wasn't like we didn't even talk about it. It just happened. And
Just that originality.
yeah,
like,
especially in post.
being in tune to that.
Yeah, and the story still makes sense after that.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I don't think I could have done that if I did. So, but it worked out, came out great. Then we had Tree color it. Colors were
Tree's
amazing.
phenomenal.
Oh, yeah,
He was also
he's
the
great.
gaffer on this set.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that was a really cool experience to just see how we all worked together and how it all panned out. That was great.
And then even just including working with animals on set.
Oh yeah, we had Ripples.
We had an emotional
Yeah,
support
Kara's
dog.
dog.
He was in the film, but he was also helping out the crew.
Yeah, it was the best thing ever.
But I think it's just fun, just throwing in fun elements and not putting...
And Ripples wearing the headset.
Just like not putting
part.
a cap though on your imagination, you know, because I think like there's so many people. It's like don't rely on just yourself. If you have an idea, bring it to the group and be like, how can we make this happen?
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you somebody is gonna have an idea to make that shot happen.
Yeah. That's so true. Communication.
Cool.
Great.
So people can support this film by buying our merch, Clothed Identity. We've got some awesome hoodies and tote bags. I honestly really like the hoodies because whenever I'm on set, that's all I wear. You can look at all the BTS photos for this film and I'm just in a hoodie every single day. But also we will have donation links, and this film is going to be displayed in the Nuart Theatre for 7 consecutive days to be considered for the Oscars, and that will be in the first weekend of September. So, yeah, come out, come support.